Today is a turning point in our rebuild project. After what seems like months of tearing everything apart, cutting, bending, and welding, we're about to put all the pieces back together again. As you may remember, Bob and I had a very difficult time removing the pod to get the boat ready for the rebuild. After trying pry bars, hammers, and even a tractor, we eventually succeeded by using a bottle jack. Stay tuned, because with the help of our friends here at JR Marine, we'll be attaching our brand new engine pod. That's all coming up next on Do It with Darryl. Using a forklift, the pod is cradled roughly into position. Bailey starts prepping the rigging that will lift the pod, while Jevin and Aiden discuss the details of the process. First, Aiden welds on a solid U-shaped bracket to serve as a lifting point. This will be removed later. Having all the weight balanced from a central location will allow the guys to easily pivot and tilt the pod. This will make it much easier to line up the bolt holes. We're just loading the boat inside the shop, getting ready to install the pod. With the pod now suspended, Aiden backs the forklift away, hooks up the boat trailer, and then positions it in front of the pod. He also makes sure to secure the trailer to the ball hedge. The weight of the pod, approximately 500 pounds, could easily cause it to bounce off of the forklift.
Bolt the pod to the transom, so that we know where it rests, and we block it up from the ground up. So that won't move. It's going to be in the same position. We're gonna wheel the boat back out. We got to make some spacer plates, and then we got to grind the backside of the pod to scuff it up so the Sikaflex has something to grip to, like paint.
To bite, right?
To bite, yeah.
Right.
Aiden and Bailey begin by lining up the pre-drilled holes at the top of the transom. Tapping in the first few bolts ensures that the angle of the pod is consistent, while also registering the positions of the remaining holes. Aiden has to ream out several of the holes to correct for a minor shift in the angle from the previous pilot hole. At this point, they can block up the pod using screw jacks and pallets to stop any movement in the angle of the pod. These ones out.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then we'll drive.
Oh, move the boat now that it's at the right angle.
It's at where it's supposed to be. You can just back the boat right up to it. Once you stick the flex in, there's no moving around. There's no trying
The boat and trailer are towed slightly forward while the guys prep for the final attachment. Bailey uses an abrasive pad to lightly score the surface in preparation for the Sikaflex gluing compound. Bolting plates will act as giant washers, adding strength to the transom.
Just put it in there and give it a couple of
just
we'll
to
take
mark
it out.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it like right
Oh,
down
we
there?
also gotta make sure it's the same as the pod. So we're missing one in there.
Is it this one?
I think so. The very bottom. Yeah. Cool.
Aiden also creates heavy-duty custom washers for the remaining holes on the hydraulic shearing machine. Sikaflex is added to each of the bolts before they are pushed into position along the transom. This provides excellent holding strength and ensures that no water can seep into the holes. With all the bolts in position, Aiden shifts his focus onto the pod. He applies a good coating of Sikaflex around each of the receiving holes and then onto the prep surface of the pod. It was finally time to join these two surfaces together. While Aiden slowly moves the boat and trailer directly towards the pod, all eyes are on the top run of bolts.
Because it's just got to go up a little bit now, right? Because that hole's this hole.
Nope, that hole's in there.
Oh,
It's crooked though.
Hey, let's just put it on my hand.
Crooked now.
Nice work, you guys. This was a perfect finish to a Friday afternoon. But before anyone had time to celebrate, there was still one pesky little task needed doing. Nuts. Having the bolts perfectly positioned doesn't count for much without having the nuts attached. Unfortunately, most of the 26 nuts had to be attached from the inside of the pod. This meant it was time for Aiden to shimmy into the pod through one of the bilge hatches. Always up for the job, Aiden grabbed a wrench, the nuts, and some washers, and took the task on like a champ. While he secured the nylon nuts from the inside with a wrench, Bailey snugged them up with an impact driver. They worked through each of the remaining nut and bolt combinations, and before too long, Aiden emerged from his aluminum crypt. The guys were done. They unblocked the pod and started to close up shop. A perfect finish to the week. Great job, boys. I am so glad you could join us, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next Saturday on another episode of Do It with Darryl.